hustling my whole life. I stay hustling my whole life.
Pitchin Grindnin podcast with your host Klassik, Anaya Daffe, and Aaron.
What up? What up? What up?
It's Pitchin Grindnin Radio. What's going on?
No, we here. Another week.
Oh yeah, we got some exciting things going on. But the first thing I want to bring up is you Klassik and then Anaya on your major accomplishments that you guys just received within the last couple days. So Klassik, talk about this letter from the president that you just got, man. Fill me in.
I got a achievement award from the president or whatever. I guess for my work that I do. So that's basically what it is.
Man. It got to be more than that, player.
But your work that you do, fill the people in.
Well, I do a lot, produce. But mainly it's for fleet DJ stuff. You know what I'm saying? Getting recognized for what I do in this music business and stuff. So that's basically what it is. So I ain't gonna go too in on myself. But
no, I was getting ready to interview on it because when I saw it today, I said, God damn, the president signed that motherfucker. I was happier than the motherfucker, too. I said, look at that. No, I was happy. I seen both of them. I said, damn, Biden even signed this motherfucker. So congrats, Klassik. You know what I mean? Definitely been putting the work in. Couple decades, we've been down, but you've been doing this, on your own since the 90s. And this, I'm happy that you got recognized in some capacity. Which is a big ass capacity when the president send you something.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Anaya, now you have something special as well. What's up?
Huh?
Talk.
I mean, I got the I guess I'll be singing the national anthem at one of the Charlotte Hornets home games.
What do you mean you guess? Will be
in January or February. I'm waiting on the date, but I'll be singing the national anthem at one of the Charlotte Hornets home games.
Congratulations.
Yes, and me and Klassik will be waiting for some motherfucking tickets because we lives in the area.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know how that works.
We're not. I'm just talking shit. I mean, we'll just be happy that you're doing it. We want a clip. We want some. If we could get some tickets, you can get them.
We'll get down.
Yeah. Last time we was at a game, Klassik's son, me and him, I was teaching him how to throw popcorn on people in front of us and shit. But I mean, what are uncles
banned. For? Don't be trying to come in there with me. Y'all probably banned. Hell no.
Nah, they love us when we come in there. They love us when we come in there.
No. And I was just teaching my nephew something about how to treat people when they're in front of you. You throw some popcorn on that ass. He had a ball though, right? He had a ball.
Yeah. He was loving it, you know what I'm saying? Throwing that popcorn all over the place on the people, and nobody said a word either.
Crazy.
All they did was look back. And when they looked back, that was it.
That's crazy.
He was like, "Hey, Uncle Aaron, was that a good one?" I said, "That's great, Neff.
So
that's
note to yourself, if I have kids, you can't babysit.
Yeah, they'll learn more things in a little bit with Uncle Aaron. Let me tell you.
Yeah, once they get to talking and stuff, Uncle Aaron cannot babysit.
All right, that's what's up. Well, those are major accomplishments, man. You did a great job. We seen your rehearsal. You put the work in.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the critiques, guys.
You can sing your ass off,
Because I know y'all gonna keep it real.
Oh yeah.
I know y'all
So also, like, on the show is a platform, but who kind of plugged you in or help you out with the process so they can get a little bit of credit with it?
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Chuck T. He's always working on stuff. Like, I literally on a weekly basis probably get like 3 to 4 DMs like on social media of blasts that he sends out for artists. Some of the stuff fits me as an artist, some of the stuff might not. That was an opportunity that I was like, okay, this fits me. This is something I can do. Because a lot of the stuff will be like in Charlotte that you actually have to go to or whatever, and it'll be all nice to conflict with my schedule. But that was something that I could do and, be a part of. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. So that's some great motion. What the fuck else we got going on in the world today? It's pitching and grinding. Yeah. I will tell you a little bit about our guest that's coming, relationship expert. wine expert. She has her own relationship counseling guru
Nice.
in the South, especially the city of Atlanta.
Okay.
She owns her own. I think it's Moscato, but there's also a red. So I don't want to say it's a muscadine if I don't know what type of red wine it is. I'm not going to speak for her, but she has her own wine company. So we'll get into that. I was just going to say, if you give people enough wine, they might have no problem getting into a relationship, but that's just me. It might only last a couple days, but it'll be a relationship.
Just keep them drunk.
You just keep them drunk. You know what I mean? That's all.
Drunk.
Keep them drunk and happy. You know what I mean?
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them drunk.
Christmas will be expensive like a motherfucker. You be like that, but just be drunk and happy.
I'm ready for Christmas to be over. How about that?
Well, it's just another day. I'm ready for it to be over because I get forced into interactions that I don't like. I don't necessarily want to have to do nothing special on that day. I just want to be able to do whatever the hell I want to do on that day. And because it's a holiday that other people feel like is special and all this stuff, I'm forced to just go along with it. Like, it's terrible.
Well, you got kids, that's you're mandatory involved in that.
Say what?
When you have kids, you're a part of that automatically.
No, not me as a mom. It's gonna be another day.
You know that's very funny you say that at night, because me and Klassik, we talk about pagan stuff and about that, all that pagan shit and all that. This man's Christmas and this wasn't born. That shit went out the window when the kids was here. They was like, Santa Claus is real. I was like, the fat motherfucker is real.
Oh, so it's not for me. For me, it's more. It's not even about like the whole pagan or whatever behind it. I don't even care about that. Even the religious part of it is pagan.
I know.
Nowhere in the Bible is the nativity scene or none of that stuff.
We know.
If historically speaking, that man was born in the spring.
Yeah, we know.
So,
we know.
For me, it's like, we're not doing none of that. Y'all gonna get stuff year round. And it's another day. Like, it might have a little stocking stuff or whatever, but we're not going all out. We're not breaking no bank. It's not about to be something where y'all feel like it's gonna be super duper. Like, no, we're not doing none of that. We can do matching PJs or something, but no.
I don't think your kids want to do matching PJs.
No. Hey, Anaya,
they better take what they can get.
Hey, how's your matching PJs quest going? You getting some matching PJs this year?
That question must be for Klassik.
Nah, it ain't for me. I'm not matching nothing with nobody.
Oh shit! I'll be having my elf on the shelf ass right on the shelf, matching like a motherfucker. But
I'm not matching anything.
I'm not matching. I'm not. I don't know. No, Simba probably won't let me put no PJs on him. I was gonna say me and Simba might do.
And Simba's your cat that beats up pit bulls, right?
You said that he what?
He beats up pit bulls, correct?
Yeah, that's funny. He probably would, but he probably won't let me put him on PJs. But that would be the only matching PJs that I would have going out.
Okay, a little.
So is the cat getting something for Christmas,
or my
like a little ball or whatever, like a little toy?
He is probably going to get a new carrier. Because I don't like the carrier that he has now. So and I want to be able to transport him a lot more. So I want him to have like a soft, comfy carrier.
What are you taking?
Not like the hard kennel. Wherever.
Oh. You take him in stores?
Oh, hell no. He's not civilized like that.
She got a mean ass cat.
Oh, no. But I mean, like, so I want to do a mountain trip finally for my birthday. And so when I go, I would like to be able to take him with me because I honestly don't know who the hell's going to go with me. But I've come to the conclusion that I'll just go by myself. So I would like for him to go with me. And
that's your road dog. He got to go with you.
Well, no one else.
Off if you left him in that house.
You said what?
He'd be pissed off with you if you left him in that house and he come back.
He'd be here, but I want to try something new. I might have to give him some of that like cat anxiety medicine or whatever, because it's probably like a 3.5-4 hour drive to the mountains.
It's called catnip, or you could give him some Reggie. It works the same way.
Catnip, he turn up. Like, I need him to be calm.
Give him some Reggie. He'll be calm for about 6 hours.
Catnip.
You don't have to give him no.
Huh?
Say again.
Catnip is like cat correct. I don't need him. No, I need him to be like chill.
So give him some mid or the Reggie. Try the Reggie first. Let's see how it reacts to it. Let me know how it goes. The stuff that has seeds in it.
I don't condone in giving cats or any animal any type of substances that aren't meant for them. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't partake.
I don't think drugs are meant for humans. In his face. No?
I used to give my dog gunpowder.
Right. If they can't reach for it and partake in it of their own free will, I'm not. Oh. Yeah, I've never been one of those folks that like want to see animals high.
Oh, you're a good person because we used to put dogs in an I'm not even telling. We get in trouble.
Yeah, don't. You're gonna have
you like Michael Vick up in this motherfucker.
No, Michael Vick. Hey. When you say gunpowder, I was gonna elaborate even more, but I was like, man, we might get locked up.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's as far as I was going. I wasn't going.
Yeah, no.
I was about to go real deep into it. Now I'm like a grandpa. I rub on their bellies and kiss. I don't kiss them, but I rub on their bellies and call them baby. It wasn't always that way. But yeah, that's really good. So if you're gonna go to the mountains, no one's gonna go with you because your cat Simba's a killer.
Well, he's only going if no one else is going.
So you and Simba are definitely going because no one else is going.
Yeah.
What are you trying to
say? Yeah, probably.
She has no date.
I've been trying to go since like 2006, 2007. I've been wanting to spend my birthday in the mountains.
That's a
when is your birthday?
January 16th.
Oh, okay.
That's around the corner.
Yeah, that's around the corner. Good luck with everything. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, that part.
Because people will go, you'll get an Airbnb and you'll be there by yourself with fucking Simba. You get a 6-bedroom flat with 2 pools and everybody pull out 2 days before telling you their granny got sick with diabetes medicine.
So they want to pay that bill.
I mean, if they pull out 2 days before, I really wouldn't care because at that point, everything's already paid for. So I don't give a shit what they do. Yeah. Yeah. If they want to back out 2 days before, doesn't matter. I'm not a last minute person. That shit's already going to be paid for a week prior to when we're supposed to go. So if they don't want to go, their money's already been paid. I don't care. That's up to them.
So they can pull out.
They can pull out.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thanks
I
for
got
the
a
ride,
whole cabin to myself.
That's how you want it anyway, don't you?
Huh?
That's how you want it anyway, don't you?
I mean, not ideally, but if that's how it's gonna be. That's how it's gonna be. Stop it, Simba. See, y'all done talked him up.
Well, you know what we should do when we do an in-studio thing? We should bring our pets to this studio. No, that's never going to happen. We're never bringing pets anywhere.
Okay.
We're not.
I was like, that. Yeah.
I don't have no pets to bring.
Yeah. I don't think that's a good idea.
No, your cat's
dogs fighting. You'll be cats. Y'all be fighting all of the whole show.
Well, if a cat scratches me, we're having an issue because I don't like. I don't trust cats. Maybe somebody was like, "Mate, you don't trust cats." Yes.
They very. Sneaky.
Oh no,
he up front. Stop. He up front.
Yeah, he just comes to you and scratches the shit out of you.
They just don't care. Yeah, they're not like dogs. Like, dogs will be more sneaky because they actually care about validation from their owners. Cats don't view you as their owner. So
nobody owns them. They do what they want.
They don't really care to be sneaky. They'll be doing some shit with you looking right at them and you like, no. And they're like, like next thing you know,
I have a question. We're all animal lovers. And I know there's some people now, before we didn't, it wasn't like this. Maybe because we come up in the area where people weren't so nice to animals like that. Like, in certain relationships or even things, do you put your dog up or cat up if somebody's visiting the house?
I used to put my dog up. Well, I had to.
Well, you had to put that fucking dog up. I had to put
my dog up.
You had to put that fucking dog up.
Yeah. So, but that's you wouldn't be there tomorrow.
With me, typically, like when I've had dogs or whatever, the dog lives here. You don't. No, I'm not putting the dog up.
What the dog is vicious.
Your dog was vicious. That's why you had to put
I had
that
to put
fucker
my
I
up.
don't keep animals like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a different story. But if I have an animal, the animal is socialized, and yeah, the dog's not going anywhere just because you don't like dogs. You can just not come over here.
Well, my dog didn't like people, so
that's different. So then you
I
need to
don't
separate
blame
your dog. Your dog is not socialized. That's a safety issue. But like overall, if you're coming to where I live, the animal lives here. You don't.
So what if you get a man that says
I actually like having a cat because it keeps a lot of unwanted company.
I will ask you this: what if you find a nice guy and he says "fuck Simba"? It's either me or Simba.
I actually had a guy that my lease was up, and I was looking for a spot or whatever, and we weren't even like dating like that on no serious type of time for him to even say this. So I don't even know why he felt this comfortable, but something in his spirit led him to say, if it wasn't for that damn cat, you could come and stay with me. First of all, you've never even been invited to my place, so I don't even know why the fuck you felt comfortable enough to even mention my cat. He'll be around longer than you, and here we are. That didn't age well. His ass is not around. But yeah, that don't no. The God is for me. We're gonna have stuff in common to where that's not an issue.
Well, all I can say, Anaya, is good motherfucking luck.
Especially in this day and age.
Good motherfucking
Believe it or not, there's more guys that like cats than you would think.
I don't know. I don't know any.
I've even seen perfect example. My fuck ass ex, he resurfaced out of the abyss of hell and had this whole rant about how I influenced him so much, and he's now a cat dad.
Well, we'll let him back into your life. That's all.
Absolutely not.
It worked for
you
Nelly.
Influenced him so much.
It worked for Nelly and Ashanti. Come on now.
Do demons, and he's definitely not Nelly.
The block. Circle. Hey,
he's
people change.
Definitely not a Nelly.
People change in years.
People change now.
He is not a Nelly, and he has not changed. The devil is alive and well, because I actually ran into him last night. Yeah, the devil is busy. No, and
did he try to rub on your back and talk into your ear?
No,
yes, he did. He sure did.
No.
He said, I want you back. Hey, he said, let me see
I want to
Simba.
take you off the market.
That any physical contact would give me the opportunity to really like launch on him, so he knows not to touch me. Don't touch me.
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
Well, we got our guest here. You want to bring her
in? Our guest.
I'll bring her
Where's
in.
she at? Bring her in.
No, bring her in. What's going on?
Is T. Marie here?
T. Marie.
Hey, I'm here.
T. Marie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing terrific. So, Miss Ding, of course. Now, let's we'll give a little bit of a background. Your relationship and expert. You also own a wine company, so we'll touch on those. And then I want to start out with your moniker, dating with a purpose.
Yes.
So let's get into that a little bit. And I have a couple questions about demographics and age-wise, ethnicity probably, and then we'll get into the wine, of course, and of course, you're a radio expert as well, so we'll touch on that a bit. So let's talk about your moniker. Oh yeah,
I am a jack of all trades, right?
And she probably does want. She does hair to the stars as well.
Oh, so see, look at that, look.
Mm-hmm. I gotta make my money. Okay, I gotta have it however I can get it. I gotta make my money.
I feel you on that.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I am T. Marie, and I am a dating coach. Especially, I am a relationship expert, but I specify in dating for singles and dating on purpose, because everybody's doing everything right now when it comes to dating. You're hearing all this information, but I found out, honestly, people don't know how to date. Right? They don't know how to date. They think they do. They think they're dating to get their needs filled, and all of that is absolutely wrong. And so I want to teach people how to date to get the relationships that they want, to date on purpose, and to date for having the desires of their heart as well as their mind and spirit, because dating doesn't just affect, your company. It affects your mental, the type of people you have in your space. It affects all of that. So you need to know how to date to get who you need in your space. So I specialize in that.
Okay. All right. So as from a man's perspective, I do want to ask a question. As a man, I think a lot of men, or maybe I could be wrong, they bother women knowing that they don't want to be with them because it's just, just to bother them, but they really don't feel them. So Have you encountered that, or have you seen that?
Of course. I think every woman has. Every woman has encountered somebody just wanting to be in their space because they can. And you have to recognize when that person, what that person is up to. You know what I'm saying? You have to be, because you're going to encounter all type of men. It's up to you to be able to discern what type of men you're dealing with. We all have encountered a man who just wants to waste our time, because y'all good for wasting time, because, it's just something to do. And all men aren't out dating for a purpose. Actually, probably 50% of men are not actually dating for a purpose. So you have to know how to maneuver and get around those men and get the type of men you want in your space. So yeah, I've been in spaces where people want absolutely nothing. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good on you. You got to learn how to say no and keep it going.
So
I can agree.
So what is the do's and don'ts from a man's perspective as far as dating? What would you say?
You want me to speak for a man, or you want me to speak for a woman?
For a woman.
Okay. Well, I think first of all, you gotta, when you're talking about getting in the space of a man, you gotta find out how he moves. Mm-hmm. So what he does for a living. And when you start talking about his finances, you're not just talking about the money he has, but what does he do with his money? So I get a lot of women who say they want a rich man, right? And I have to tell them, do you want a rich man, or do you want a man who makes money and is willing to spend that money on you? Because there oftentimes can be a difference. There's a difference. All men that have money don't necessarily want to spend it on
they
you.
They are some of the cheapest men.
They're
some of the most stingy men.
They are very stingy. And here's the point. They only use it just to give you a little bit to get what they want from you, right? Rich men use their money in a powerful way, not in a giving way, not in a pouring way. So when women talk about they want a rich man, I'm like, I don't think that's really what you want. No, you don't want that.
So what happened to the old school where a person you just like somebody and then money wasn't even a factor? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened to those days?
So let's be clear. That was never a thing. Money has always been a factor.
Thank you.
In every relationship from way back, money has always been a factor. Back in the day when women were marrying men, and they weren't marrying them because they were just a man. They married them because they knew that they could take care of them and create a family and a safe environment for them. They also married them knowing that they didn't have to go do all this work, right, outside the home, because the man was going to take care of them. So they didn't just marry. Right, they didn't just marry to marry. They married on purpose too. We just make it a thing now because women are making their money and they're doing a thing. And so now men are falling into this space where they're like, okay, we want this lifestyle, but now I want you to contribute to this lifestyle. And because you are making money as a woman and you are bringing your, something to the table, I want a piece of that. I want that to be a part of our thing. Not even understanding that, okay, if you want that, I don't do 50-50. Let me just say that for me specifically, I am not a 50-50 girl, right? But if you want to start tying in two pieces, that I have to be financially involved in our lifestyle, that means that you have to be involved in the things that take place in our life, which means household things, which means making sure the kids are good, which means all the things that you think that I'm supposed to do alone, now you have to participate in. Because women do so much in the relationship that men forget. We make your doctor's appointments, right? We make sure that you're good health-wise. We make sure that everything that you need to be done is done without you even having to think. We think for you often, and that's part of what we bring to the table that you guys forget about. So it doesn't have a monetary contribution, let's just say, but it's so much that we do bring to the table that has absolutely nothing to do with money, that when you ask me to contribute now to our financial cool, which is okay. You have to remember, you now have to contribute to what actually makes this household run.
Oh, okay. Well, is there also an understanding in your dating guidelines in man and woman that, especially men, you might not get the same like somebody will say, "Oh, that man is no good." Well, he might have not been good to you. He's just a different version. Because men have different versions based on what they want and how they want it and how they want to present themselves. I know my younger self have been. If I didn't really care for you, I was just gonna give you a bad version because I really didn't want you to like me too much after I got what I wanted.
And that's just the thing. We have to understand people are people based on who they're around as well. I always say when you meet a person, opportunity is one thing, but timing is everything. And the reason why is because you never know where their person is in their life. I may have met a great man, but at the wrong time. There may have been some things they needed to grow through, some things they need to go through, and some developing that they need to become. So the man I met 4 years ago, right? When I see him with another woman, I'm like, he wasn't doing those same things for me. Oftentimes that's because he's grown through some things and have become another person, And so we forget that we have to actually be in a space where it's not just the opportunity that we meet a person, but it's also the timing that we meet that same person. And everybody isn't the same person to everybody because, like you said, I meet you, I don't feel you the same. So the way that I move toward you is not going to be the same. The things that I do for you isn't going to be the same because I don't feel the same about you. But somebody that I get in that space and I'm feeling them, that person it's not that who I was didn't exist. It's that when you came in my space, you actually allowed the other parts of me to show up. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a complimentary thing.
So what demographic of age do you coach the most?
35 to 55. 35 to 55. Most of the people that I'm coaching are getting back in the dating game from relationships that they've heartbreak, financial situations, not being able to hold down a steady relationship, divorces. So oftentimes the people that I'm coaching are people who are getting back in the dating game and need to figure out why they've been messing up the way they've been messing up or why they're not getting the results that they should be getting.
Do you tell them, is there like a specific way they date, like the online sites or in person? Like, is it like a certain strategy or certain things you tell people?
Online dating was the thing for a long time, especially during the pandemic, right? And people were more, I think, at that time or prior, more authentic. You could get a more authentic version. My experience now with online dating is not that it's a bad thing. I still think it gives you the opportunity to meet people that you may not have been able to meet before, but you're also in a time now, just like with social media, that you're getting people who are playing a whole lot of roles. They can hide behind their keyboard, they can hide behind those pictures, and you're getting all kind of married people that's in the damn dating pool right now. Right? You're getting all kind of broke people that's in there that's saying that they got money. You're getting all kind of short people lines talking about they 5'11", 6'1". And so you really can't get that true experience of when you first meet somebody. So here's the important part about the online dating too, that I've always tell people to implement. You need to see this person within the first 48 hours. You don't need to talk to a person online longer than 48 hours without seeing them. 2 reasons. Conversation creates intimacy. When you're talking to somebody and you're having those great conversations and that conversation is going good and you're sharing and you're creating vulnerability pieces, you're getting to know a person and you're actually connecting to this person that you still have not seen or had chemistry with yet. So now you're getting these feelings after what, 3 weeks or whatever, how long y'all been talking, and then you meet the person finally, and then the chemistry is just destroyed. Sometimes people stay because they felt like they've built a connection with this person, and they continue to see somebody that they know is not going to work for them. So I always say it's just like the first 48. You have a better chance of coming out with the best results if you meet them in the first 48 hours. So you definitely need to meet them. That's my dating rule for people who are dating online. Meet them face to face within the first 48 hours.
Unlike the first 48, you can't just give them McDonald's and they're going to tell you everything. You know what I'm saying? Miss Mason used to give everybody McDonald's. He did it, Miss Mason. But all right, go. So, okay, so you want to meet them. Tackling, see, the thing with online dating I always asked, and which I would never do, is that when you do online dating, it seems that you have a greater chance of meeting someone that's outside of the area where you can go visit as much. What do you say to like long distance relationship? Personally, never me, but I could never do it. But what do you?
I think they can work. They can work, but you have to be very intentional about them. Like you have to see each other. You have to plan to see each other, and you have to know that there's an end result, right? You know what I'm saying? So the best way, I won't say the only way, the best way to do or approach a long distance relationship is to decide, you kind of work your way backwards. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a commitment? Are you looking for something casual or whatever? If you're looking for something that's a commitment, okay, how do we get to that point? Since we really have to talk every day, FaceTime, and then we have to create a visiting schedule. So you have to come to my city, I have to come to your city. You really have to be able to afford, to date long distance, depending on how far they are, you know? But at the end of the day, you have to have that hard conversation. Who's going to be willing to move? Is anybody willing to relocate? If you get on there and you already know that nobody's willing to relocate, then you don't even start that. Don't even start the date, because you're going to have all this trouble and heartache when it comes to that point where I need to see you more, you need to see me more. We've reached this point now. Who's going to leave? So they can work, but there definitely have to be some understanding and some decision making when you're approaching long distance relationships.
Now, do you coach a younger age? I know that their mindset is a little different than our demographic, but it should be, because they're in a different point of their life. Right. How's that going for them?
I think when it comes, because I have a daughter that's 24 years old. So I definitely understand how coaching in that era goes, right? But I think I teach more in that era because they're still developing a lot of things. You know, they're still going through life after trying to decide what they want their career to look like. They're trying to decide where they fit in just in society as a whole. And they're still developing oftentimes their morals and their goals, you know, their backgrounds. They haven't really solidified or come to grips with how their background have played a part, or their environment and growing up has played a part in developing them into who they need to become. So that's a lot different than coaching 35 and up to people who have settled down into their spaces and know kind of the direction that they want to go, right? A lot of times the younger demographic think they know everything already. And so you really have to have a relationship with them for them to hear you. You have to relate to them in a way where they believe you and respect you and trust what you say. So I have to become that auntie in their space, and it becomes more of a teaching lesson than a coaching session. And those are two different things.
Well, just teach them mean girls never win. And if you ever talk to the fellas, if you ever be too fly, you're gonna find out you're not really as fly as you thought you were.
Right. Man, you gotta tell that to grown men.
No. Well, because they lie to themselves. I just tried it because, you know, I be telling the young guys, I said, the world will kick you in your ass.
Absolutely.
And it keep kicking. So just be prepared. Don't fall when it happens.
Yeah, you have to teach them in a way that allows them to move on their own and develop, you know, become who they are, because you can't tell them nothing. Remember when you was 21, 22, 23, tell you something.
I had kids.
Nobody can tell me nothing.
Nothing. I wish I would have listened. I had a kids. I lived in a house with a woman. I was all. I wish I had 4 ears to listen. But Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Now we touched on the dating. Now we're going to move on to another part. Before we finish out, is there anything you want to say to, in general about it and about the services you do, and before we touch on the wine?
Sure. I'm a dating coach. You can actually go to katrinamarie.net and set up your coaching sessions. You can also, I'm on all social media platforms, which is Katrina T. Marie Curtis or T. Marie, and you can find me and book your sessions. Now, my sessions right now through cuffing season are free. Not my sessions, my consultations are free through cuffing season, up to 30 minutes.
We know someone that may need may need that, so she can go to the mountains and have somebody to cuff with. But we'll talk about that later.
Man, right. I'm telling you, cuffing season is real and you can really benefit from it. But that's that as far as the sessions that I have. But I just want everybody to know that when you're dating, this is what I want to leave you guys with. When you are dating, know what you are dating for. And let nobody deter you from what you're dating for. If you're dating because you want a relationship, don't deal with people who don't want relationships. And if you're casually dating, don't deal with people who want relationships. Deal with people who want casual. And that way you're not interfering with what somebody wants, and you're not breaking your own heart and setting your own self up for failure. If you know what you want, stick with that, move through that. Oftentimes when you're dating on purpose and dating for relationships, it can be a little hard and it can get a little lonely. I feel you. Like it can. But just be active in your life, and I promise you, you will get the results that you want if you want a relationship.
Now, I got one last question. Is there a specific question that all your clients ask you?
Everybody wants to know. This is the funny part. Everybody wants to know why the other sex won't act right. So all men want to know what's wrong with women, and all women want to know what's wrong with men. And so when you get that, that's often a sign for me that we need to look deeper into you, not the other sex. Yeah.
I will say that as well. Probably most of the issues I ever had was because of me. But I had to eat that. You know what I mean? You get what you put out. Okay, so let's get into the wine. So give them the name.
So Tasty Wines was established in 2021 on my birthday. And yes, on my birthday is when we launched Tasty Wines. And when I say we, I always say that like I have a full company. It's just me, but I am the company. I'm the table, like they say. But we launched in 2021, and we launched with our Moscato, which was Tasty Moscato. It was a hit. It's 15% by volume, and it is amazing. It is a great wine. And people always ask me how I get into the wine business. And that's because I sell and do everything that I love. I love a great wine. I've always liked to enjoy wine, and wine brings people together. But I never could find that wine that tasted exactly the way I wanted it to taste. It was always missing something. I was like, you know what? I'll create my own. Well, I'm going to create the wine that I would like to taste and that I know grown people would like to taste. It's not, and this wine is not just like your regular wine. It's not. I know everybody be like, you just saying it because it's yours. It's really, really, it's very grown, it's very sexy, and it's very flavorful, which is what I really love about my wine brand.
Is it sweet?
It is that. So the Moscato is sweet.
Yes.
Then I have a Pinot. The second one that came out was the red, which is a Merlot blend. It's amazing. And then I have the Pinot Blush.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got two.
So they're all great.
Oh,
three. It sounded like three.
Three wines.
Hey,
three.
Hey, Klassik. She got this sweet wine for you.
Oh, that's what I love. I love the sweet wine.
The sweet wine.
Listen,
I love the sweet wine.
You go, and it's gonna knock you off your feet. Now, it's for the grown.
I don't need that.
You gotta sip. Now, you have to sip slow. Take your time with it. Take your time.
That's my problem. I like to drink fast.
No. Well, and so let me touch on something else, because I think other people that are like wine snobs or part of different diasporas, they go, Moscato's a dessert wine, or Moscato's too sweet. I would just say, drink what the hell you like. Don't worry about what these magazines put up, what these wine snobs put up, because we got to do what's best for us and how we like it,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, there's those wine connoisseurs that want to pair this particular thing with that particular thing, and then it does work. There is some I guess whatever to pair to pairing with your dinner. My red wine is amazing with beef. It really is, but it also is great with chocolate. Oh my God, it's amazing with chocolate.
So that's what I was saying before. I said if everybody get enough tasty wine with some chocolate, they have better relationships. It might not last too long.
That's
it might last a couple days,
it's gonna
but you have
create an amazing night. You're gonna have the best night of your life.
I need this wine. That's gonna have an amazing night. I ain't had an amazing night in a long time. I need some of that wine.
Wait a minute. What you been doing that you can't have an amazing night? I need to have a session with you, sir.
I'm busy. I'm always doing something. I'm busy.
So you're not even looking for that then.
Nah. I got 3 kids. That's what I'm looking for. They take all my energy.
There you go.
Take all my energy and my money. So
and there you gone.
Well, your money. If you got kids at all, your money's gonna be out the door.
Oh, I already know.
It's out of there.
It's gone.
It's out of there. You don't even work for yourself. You work for them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. Once you have them kids, your money ain't yours no more.
No, you work for them. For sure.
Where can we find this wine at?
So you can find the wine at tastywines.com. We are changing our label. So we're changing the label and the website update. So you'll actually be able to see it on Monday, as a matter of fact. But you also can go to Tasty Wines on IG and order it there as well.
And you could get that in all states if we order
all states. If you order online, you can get it in all states. I ship everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I ship everywhere, so you don't have to miss out on that amazing taste. I promise you, it is good.
I have to try that Pinot. You know what I mean?
Which one is the best
Pinot
one in your
eyes?
eyes?
My God, it is so good, y'all. I'm not lying, and I'm not just saying it because it's mine. I'm saying it because it's good. It's
Which one
amazing.
is the best? Do you have a favorite?
I don't have a favorite, but I will say that it's a toss up between the Merlot blend and the blush. I think people think Moscato, but my Moscato does not taste like all Moscatos. I will say that. But when you say Moscato, they think it does until they taste it. But my favorite, I think, is the red. I think it's the red. I hate to say that. I don't want to pick between my babies, but I think it's the red.
No, that's all right. We all got favorites.
Yeah.
What is the next wine or that you're going to bring to the catalog? Is there something that you're working on?
Yeah, I'm actually working on a whiskey because I'm a brown girl.
Nice.
I am working on. Yes, I'm a brown girl. So we are playing around with whiskey right now and hoping to have that out for Valentine's Day.
What are you gonna call it?
I don't know yet. I really don't, because I don't want to keep it tasty. So I'm not quite sure yet because my whole line is tasty. I'm not sure what I want to call it.
I like the brown girl thing, and I think that you could really go off of that because you have different types of brown. You have your bourbons, you have your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think if you made brown girl the brand and then just kind of branch off of that.
Okay, do I need to sign
I just need my little 5%
because
I ain't gonna I much.
You gonna want some credit?
So tell us where you're originally from, because you're a connoisseur for years. So you're from that state, right?
I am from Kentucky.
Right. So you know plenty of bourbon.
Plenty of bourbons, and I'm telling you, y'all, it's crazy how brown has become my favorite. I don't do any vodkas. Even if I do my tequila, it's Reposado. It has to be done. I do no light skin liquor at all. It's
light skin.
Light skin is what I call it. It's all brown. If it's not brown, I'm not doing it.
I feel you 100% on that one. Quick thing. So
I'm scared.
No. I don't really drink that much, but if I do drink, I like liquor house liquor. I go for the backdoor stuff. I'm old, the country boy type stuff. Yeah, like apple pie moonshine.
Yeah, you like the moonshine.
Yeah, I love the moonshine.
Oh yeah, I like corn liquor for sure.
Yeah.
But if
that corn liquor,
not,
you gotta be built different for
no.
that.
I think
That corn
we're
liquor.
all built the same. You just got to get
I
ready
like
for
corn liquor.
I'll be drunk as soon as I take a sip.
I'll drink
Oh,
corn
yeah.
liquor before I drink gin.
Yeah, gin, I don't even know why people still drink gasoline. Like, gin is ridiculous.
Gin is terrible. Somebody asked me that the other day, and I was like, "No, I'll drink corn liquor before I drink gin."
Well,
Oh my God.
I think there's certain there's levels to everything. So there's gin out there from different countries that is like considered top shelf, and not the Tanquerays of the world,
It's
but
still gin though. Gin just
people
is
love
not.
it just comes through your pores. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Just,
absolutely.
and I hope your next boyfriend loves Bombay, and then when you guys walk in the house, he just be smelling like an ashtray.
No, Bombay is actually. Actually, if I had to drink gin, Bombay is actually decent. It's all right. I like Bombay.
I don't like gin at all. It just tastes so. I'm telling you, you just might as well just pour it in your tank and drive because it's just so.
Damn.
It is. It just tastes straight like alcohol. It's ridiculous. No, I'm good on the gin.
We'll touch on a couple things before we let you go. So you do smoke cigars.
I do.
Every now and
Oh my God, that's my new thing. Like 2 days in.
It's a woman. Listen, welcome.
No, seriously, I spent the last 2 days at a cigar bar.
Yeah. It's very popular. Yeah.
And there's a lot of women of color. Like that was one thing that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Because the establishment is an older establishment here. And you mainly only hear like older white men talking about it.
Right.
But when you go in there, like 2 days in a row, I ran into the same group of ladies, Black women, super dope vibes, like super cool, like we're buddies now. They are in a biker club and stuff, and like super cool. But they're also like professionals, and these women have like amazing careers, and it's great network, and it's almost like being on the golf course.
Yeah, so it is definitely the new thing now. There's one right up the street from my house that's owned. It's called Stanley's. It's owned by a Black woman, and it's such an amazing spot. And they're actually having classes now that they're teaching women, about cigars and what they pair with, and what best kind to smoke if you're just beginning, and actually how to light. And it becomes this thing where if you don't even have the right lighter now, that they can tell that you're brand
like,
new.
oh yeah, she doesn't do this.
No,
seriously, because if you're in that cigar bar and you pull out a Bic, trying to light your cigar,
they're like, oh yeah,
she's new here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so you'll have your whiskey to pair with the cigars, which is a great thing. Because they go with the darker cigars, which is good. We love to hear. So now we know you've been doing radio for years. And you and your partner, you guys, for years. On several different platforms.
Yes.
Touch on what's going on with that and a little bit of history.
Yeah, so I've been in the radio business since 2011. I actually started out as a producer at V103 when I was doing my internship. So I started out on a major platform here in Atlanta, and I worked there for years. Well, for like 2 years. And then I ventured out and I started doing online radio. And I've loved radio. I've loved radio since before I was a communications major. And so I majored in communications. And I just always liked information. And I like what radio does. I love I like more so not just the music. I love the information about radio. And so talk radio was always my thing. So that's when I changed over the formats to being able to do talk radio. And again, my partner and IQ were one of the first ones to really do major talk radio here in Atlanta on the online platform. And we were actually syndicated on 6 different networks for that. And I've always loved it. And I don't think that'll be something that I'll ever stop doing. I have a podcast that's going to be coming out now called The Reset. It's a dating podcast. And then I don't know if I can fit it in my schedule, but if there's a network that wants me to do weekends for them, and I'm like, I don't have the time, but I love radio so much that I'm trying to figure out what I could do to fit that in my schedule, because radio is my life, it's my love, and it was my first start. And it's just something about it that makes people, you just connect with people on a different level with radio. You know what I'm saying? They're listening to you every day. They're talking to you. You become their friend when you see them out in public. They feel like they know you, and you want to create that connection with them, so they'll continue not only to listen, but to feel like when you have something to say that is worth listening to. So I love radio. I don't think I'll ever be able to get away from it. I just got to find the time to get back in it. I just don't know where I'm gonna find that time at, though.
When are you starting your podcast? Because
My podcast
everybody need that relationship. They need them lessons now.
Yeah, listen, and
They
it's
tune
so
their ass in.
the podcast will start at the top of the year. We've already recorded it. We've done 8 episodes. About to start on the other season, second season of recording. I was able to go to New York and have my Billboard broadcast in Times Square.
Nice.
And that was so dope, y'all. So we're just opening up to the world with the relationship podcast, but just with relationship coaching and dating. Community needs it on a whole other level. If no other community needs to know how to relate to each other, our community needs it. And it's a passion of mine. And I want to make sure that we connect on a way that makes us better and not bitter.
So with that being said, let me get this while she's on that topic right there of making things better and not bitter. What would you suggest on a larger scale to eliminate these stupid lists that are going around on social media?
Right.
Like, what can we do to change the narrative and kind of flip it? Because it's so much division. Like, it's so tainted, and we are so pitted against each other right now.
Yeah. The biggest thing we could do is stop entertaining it, stop sharing it, stop acknowledging that it exists. And every time it comes across, put out something that shows that that's not the way. The only way you can do it is be on the defense, you got to put something out there that shows that this is not how we get down. And every time we share this information, every time we create conversation about this information, you notice when one list came out, how many came out after that? And that was because we entertained it. We shared it. And look, let me tell y'all something. Most of this stuff is so made up. Not real.
Very
this stuff is so staged. This stuff is so created so that people can get likes and have stuff to talk about. It's not how real relationships, and people are not doing that for real.
People look
at what made me upset was that we were the only ones entertaining it. No one else. You did not see the white community, the Asian community.
Well, we're the only ones that entertain everything anyway.
Correct.
So now I have a question to you guys then. Do you think that the media is doing this on purpose to be very divisive in the African American community? Because in the Latin community, I don't see it. Do you get T. Marie everybody? Do you think they're targeting the Black community not to have a Black family strong front because they have done things through the media before? I don't see it anywhere else. I don't see Latins talking about 50-50 about nothing.
Absolutely believe they're targeting us. They try to beat our community through our men first, right? They try to take our men out of the house, they put them in jail, and we still continue to have strong families through that, right? Next thing they tried to do was target our women. Right. Like what you're seeing these videos and these artists that are coming out now that are doing what they're doing. This is not our women. I oftentimes believe that they're put out there to destroy our women, because since you couldn't destroy our family through our men, women are the matriarchs. We are the backbones of our families, even though the men are the hunters and the creators and the protectors. We are the backbone. Long as your grandmother was still strong, then the family stayed together. When the women are strong, the family stay together. But when you destroy the women, then we
don't have any real
grandmothers fall apart. Yeah. So now you have these things that are attacking our relationships directly, how we see each other. And and we're falling apart, and we don't even recognize that we're being used or played or even set up. And it's bad.
Yeah, because I do see it. There's a big. They do use the device, the internet, to be divisive. Now I don't. People like, I don't need this. I don't need that. There's nowhere in the history of men and women that we don't need each other. We need each other. Absolutely. We need each other. Right. I mean, that's just how the world continues to grow through men and women. It's like when we can't be independent. And I know I'll just chime this in. People like, there ain't no go 50-50, whatever the bull, that shit they talk about. It's actually 100-100. You know what I'm saying? I only could give you what I got and then go from there.
But you got to be willing to see. So here's the problem. What we're going into is people are not willing to give. People think the relationships are set up to get something from. No, you only enter a relationship where you can pour something to. You cannot, if you're not set up to pour, you're not set up for a relationship, because relationships are covering, they are giving, they are protective. Everything in a relationship is about pouring into, not taken away from. And if you get into a relationship because you're lonely or you need something or you need money or whatever that is, you're not getting into a relationship for the right reason, and you're not going to have success. So if you're not built to pour, and you're not built to cover, and you're not built to protect or nurture or do those vulnerable things that you're supposed to do, you're not built to be in a relationship. You're not going to have a successful one at all.
See, my problem is I hate when people ask me for something. You only been talking to me for 2 days, and all of a sudden you asking me for, can you pay for this? Can you do this and do that? No, I'm not doing that. I just met you. I'm not buying nothing, and I just met you. Like, come on, I'm not buying you. I'm not paying for your nails. I'm not doing. I just met you 2 days ago. Like, talk to me first.
Oh, that's
like,
why you got it. That's why you got to hit them first, Klassik. The first thing I asked for, can you pay my car note? So
yeah, right.
Get it right out the way.
I need to.
I'm like, can you pay my car note?
Like, that's a turn off for me. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't even know me.
Don't ask me for nothing.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. And women, and I'm very big on women's accountability, right? And I always tell women this: just because you have a vagina doesn't entitle you to a man's pockets. It doesn't. But it's the same thing it doesn't entitle you to what he has, what he does, what he's been doing. That comes with you being an asset, because we can be a liability oftentimes. And men only want long term. You have to see this woman as an asset. They're adding to your life. But that's the same thing with women. With women, you can't date people who don't see you as being worthy of their protection, of their covering, of their pouring into. Again, so why would you date somebody that doesn't even see you worth doing certain things for? Not off the rip, because they don't owe you that. But if you continue to date someone and you see that they don't want to do things for you, that's a flag. Men naturally that care about you and have that caring spirit, they will want to see you happy. They will want to make sure that they do right. They'll do that for you. And naturally.
You ain't got to.
No, it's very natural. Very
naturally.
Well, like me and Klassik have said that if this is your old lady, you'll give her your kidney.
Oh yeah.
You'll die for yours. You die for your children. You die for your wife with no questions asked.
No questions.
No, if you could give your life, you'll be able to give anything. So But if that's,
I had a girl ask me that yesterday. Like I've been talking to this girl off and on. Now we done went months, right? I ain't spoke to you. We get on the phone and talk for a little bit, maybe about 20-30 minutes, and I need to get my nails done. You're gonna buy me my pay for my nails. And I was like, all right, I gotta go. I'll call you back.
Hey, Klassik, give her my number. So no, give me her number so I can ask her.
Actually, she live in Atlanta too.
Oh shit!
Wait a minute. Don't say wait.
No, I'll just wait. Yeah, she do live in Atlanta.
I'll send her a bill for something. Like, yo, this is Klassik's partner. I'm just asking you help me out on a car note or something. That's all. You just gotta get him back that way. When they ask stupid shit, you ask them crazy shit.
That'll come off quickly.
Yeah, they ask stupid, you ask crazy. We before we let you go, we definitely appreciate your time, your ventures. I would appreciate you bringing out the positivity to the masses, because there is something in the media that's attacking the Black community, and it's becoming more apparent every day. Between the ages of 20 and 55, there's just false facades. They don't show that there's people getting married, having families that love one another. It's just more of the I don't like to even use the word ratchet, but more of the inaccurate, stuff that's not even going on. There's people that are going to college. There's other highlights you can show than low lights, or just a different light. So, we appreciate you for that. So how can they get in contact with you on your social media or your business before we let you go?
All social media. Well, so my Facebook is Katrina T. Marie Curtis. On my Instagram is Katrina T. Marie. Everything is T. Marie. Even if you Google it, it should pop up. I ain't saying I'm Googleable, but I'm just saying. So it should pop up. And if you can shoot me a quick DM, that's fine. But my email, of course, is T. Marie, the number 4, letter U, and that's at gmail.com. I have some amazing things that are coming up. I can't wait to share with you guys. I had to wait. They would not let me talk about it today because I had to wait.
It's gonna. I was gonna say that means we gotta bring you back.
We gotta bring you back.
Then that's your excuse to come back.
Yeah, you got to because and I want you to because this what I'm doing now, you guys. It's definitely different. It's definitely next level. And it's definitely going to be people repeating what I'm doing. I'm about to get some biters. I'm telling you, it's just,
of course.
I'm telling you. So just get ready. But I'm going to be originating something that I think is going to be take off and it's going to be super dope. And I can't wait. And I will be launching that on the 15th so 5 more days of this month. So y'all, you're going to love it. You're going to love it.
We keep in constant contact. We'll definitely have you back. We're definitely going to have the wine and have a tasting.
Yeah, that's
yes.
You know what I mean? Right on the show.
I will come to you guys with that. I will come and do a tasting where you are and just have a whole event so that people can taste it because I think once you do, you won't want anything else.
We might have to bring you to the Fleet Conference, you know what I'm saying? And
bring me on, honey.
Bring you on down there.
I'm telling you, I don't even drink any other wines. And it's not because it's mine, it's really because mine is the best. Like nothing tastes better.
I love and the whiskey's coming out. So we'll have Klassik taste the whiskey while
the brown girl.
I don't need no whiskey.
There you go, Nate. Am I about to sign a contract for this? I like that though. We have to see how that works out. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well,
don't forget the little people.
Never would I ever. We're all big people.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Well, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again, T. Marie. It's always a pleasure.
You guys.
Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. That's a beautiful example of pitching and grinding. She got so much going on.
Yeah, that's a grinder.
I appreciate you guys. The love was amazing. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
Well, we had Miss Ding herself because she goes ding and when she makes her point across. That was a great interview.
Yeah. That was motivational right there. Like that was. I needed that.
Oh, look, she just sitting back, soaking it all up.
Yeah, you see, I didn't even really have a lot of questions. I was just sitting here like, okay,
And
my marketing brain kind of flipped on when she was talking about the bourbon and all that stuff. I'm like, I got a whole layout for how she needs to get at me.
Y'all thinking about marketing? I'm trying to get y'all set up with dates and shit. Y'all all fucked up.
Listen, the dating shit. Listen, let me get the coins. Let me assist Lincoln. We can get these coins, and I'll buy a boyfriend.
Oh no!
I don't know how good it'll be, but good for you.
Listen.
She said
y'all don't hear nothing from Stedman. Stedman and Oprah have been together for I don't know how many years.
Wait. Well, so let me tell you. So
once you got enough money, he can live in a pool house in the back.
Let me tell you. So I'm glad you brought that up because, a lot of people do that comparison about Stedman. But Stedman is a multi-millionaire on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's no slight to him. But what I'm saying is Oprah was for a long time the breadwinner.
No.
He was the boyfriend. He was the boyfriend.
No, he was the boyfriend, but he always was a successful person. No one's really Oprah successful, but this man has been successful for long periods of time on his own marriage.
But Stedman is unproblematic. He's not trying to be in her spotlight. It's different for a woman in entertainment versus
they're older too, so they got the older generation's mentality.
So, but it's still difficult for older men, especially because a lot of older men function under misogyny and chauvinism. You know what I'm saying? So for an older man to be like, okay, with her being in the spotlight, her being in the forefront, him not being the center of attention, that's still a big deal, regardless of generation. For a man to be like,
wouldn't bother me none.
Wouldn't bother me.
There's not a lot of A lot of guys say that, but when they're in the moment of it and
See,
they're
I don't
really
care
getting
about
that
no money
shine,
like that.
See, money's not my deal.
it's not even necessarily just the money. It's everything. It's the attention, the accolades, the fame, the, you know, the money, and all of that stuff, because all of these things can affect a person's ego, male or female. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem. People be getting into their egos instead of just being an actual person. I don't get into all that. None of that stuff bothers me.
I think that has to do with upbringing, your parents, people that, you know, if you loved as a child and that, you know, you got a different understanding about how this shit go, and people that actually really in your life, and if you act a little bit out of hand, they tell you now you're acting out of hand, now cut the bullshit. It keeps you hot for getting too high on your horse. So I think your circle has to be real, your family has to be real, and you have to actually you know, enjoy and love yourself. That's I think what the big thing with ego is. That, you know, that's what we always hear. Oh, well, he don't make as much of her. If me and Serena Williams were together, she makes about $50 million a year. There's no way that you're just gonna get it like that. You can grow into that, but not at 23, 24 years old, the way they were getting it. You just got to be confident who you are and kind of go from there, and just be whatever you can provide, you can provide. I only could give what I got, right? And go from there. But yeah, big up to all the men that got rich old ladies. Yeah, instead of competing with themselves.
Yeah.
Be the best of you.
Everybody
and be positive. I think there's a lot of
money, you know what I'm saying? That's always one person. The woman might make more or the man might make more. It's always going to be a difference. So, you know, it is what it is.
Everybody got to ditch, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, big up to all the fellas out there that got rich old ladies. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. and to any woman that has Klassik again for some nail money, I'm sending you a motherfucking Duke Energy bill. You'll pay my. You want to act foolish? We gonna act crazy with you.
Yo, that's a crazy turn off. If you like somebody, you've been dealing with it a minute, you don't have a problem doing what you supposed to. But don't just ask me that when I just started talking to you. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
That shit is ridiculous.
I don't even know you.
Yeah, I'm like, pay my mortgage. You know what I mean? Before they even ask the crazy question, yeah, you got my mortgage money. They really fuck them up. But yeah, is there anything in closing we want to hit on before we get going?
Nah, we grinding, you know, pitching.
Yeah,
another good show.
It was a great episode. We learned a lot. Yeah. We did a lot. Yeah, you guys accomplished a lot. All I did was talk shit the last couple
days. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good.
Yeah. Tell her to get at me. She need the marketing. Tell her to get at me. I'm ready.
Go get them dollars. Go get them checks.
I got the whole layout for the Brown Girl Bourbon. I'm telling you, it's a hit.
There you go.
It's a hit. Okay. Well, you know, I think she does dating. What do they call that? Speed dating. So you could do speed dating and a tasting possibility.
We about to steal K Michelle. We about to steal K Michelle. You know what I'm saying? Because you know K Michelle loves her bourbon.
Oh.
And she from right there in Memphis. So we're gonna steal K Michelle once we get the Brown Girl Bourbon going. Okay. Yeah, she gonna be.
But she got the marketing ready.
Tell her to get at me.
She thinking about marketing instead of Mr. Mark. She all fucked up. But this is
that bread.
He gonna see me working my moves. He gonna see me working and be like, "That's the one right there."
That's what's up.
He gonna find me working.
Well, congratulations to both of you two. You guys, you did something great within the last couple of days. We're glad. I love to announce it. All I did was talk shit, so I'm glad to be in y'all company. But this is Pitchin and Grindnin Radio. We'll see y'all next week. Tune in.
You encourage us. We appreciate you, Aaron. All right, guys.
All right now.